Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be discussing and taking a look at, well, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes or Dragon Ball Heroes celebration and who you or if you should consider summoning. Now, firstly, it's very important, basically, to cut a long story short, when it comes to like Dragon Ball Heroes, you need to understand that you can only really summon this one last time. Dragon Ball Heroes is not going to be continuing after this celebration, so that also brings into mind, should you be summoning? Now, I think Heroes is more done for the Heroes experience of having these wacky characters that are very strange, and it's more now a case of collection. Do you want to collect some of these characters more so than do you want to summon and obtain these characters from a power performance point of view? Because I can tell you now, Heroes lasts around 2 to 3 months. They are a lot of fun for that time period, and then they just kind of start to fade away. They do say they're going to give EZAs and things later on, which I think will help keep them somewhat relevant, but without celebrations and new units, there's only so many EZAs they can give, unless they start batch super EZAing Heroes units at some point, which I just doubt. So for me, I will say basically the consideration when summoning on this banner is more so that summoning is for collection purposes. With that being said, the units are pretty good from a performance point of view. I think they all look really solid. There are some that I think are going to be spectacular, but there are at least some of them, or most of them, tied to being on the Dragon Ball Heroes category. So again, it raises that question of whether you should be summoning or not on the banner. I think for me, personally, if you're someone who's been invested in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, or Dragon Ball Heroes, sorry, I personally just am going to summon because I've been into Heroes since I've joined Dokkan, and it's just been a really fun event for me. That it's just been cool to collect all these characters, and I have Heroes characters. If you're a new player or someone who's never summoned on Heroes, now is not the time to come late to the party. It's not going to be worth your time. You're not going to have all the benefits that you're going to want. You're not going to have the units, to fill out the roster, and it's just not going to be something that's worth summoning on, I think, for you. The banner is cool in the sense that it guarantees you one featured unit. That is always one of the big plus sides of Heroes banners. It always feels like a really cool summon when you're getting 1 or 2 featured characters per summon. But personally speaking, unless you are someone who has been invested into Heroes, the incentive to summon on Heroes is minimal. Realistically speaking, it's just not something that I would suggest you summon on. It gives blue coins. These are slightly less valuable, especially now without Heroes returning. Also, the category is going to age. Yes, EZAs later on, we don't know really what that means. I just think joining in now, not worth it. If you have been summoning on Heroes, then of course join in for the last hurrah. I think you might as well, because hey, you've been with us this long, let's go out with a bang. But yeah, I personally would say probably not worth it. There are 1 or 2 who are good without the Heroes category, and there are definitely 1 or 2 gems out there, like the Vegeta and Goku's family units, etc. But I think trying to gamble and slot in or get those units is not worth it.